going on, guys? Here it's Brandon from the Sumthins, and we're in the drum studio here. This is my kit. This is the Pearl Vision that I have behind me. This up for that tom, that 10-inch tom. There's a PDP that I bought. It's a 22-inch kick. Came with a 13 and a 12-inch tom. Then it's a 14-inch snare, 16-inch floor tom. Depending on the song, depending on the record, whatever we're recording, I'll use various versions of that. Over these next few videos, what we're going to be doing is taking this drum down to its bare, just the shell, cleaning it, putting the hardware back on, and then eventually replacing the heads. Basically, you can see the inside of the shell, see all the hardware, take it apart, and show you guys how I do it. At least I try to do this as often as possible. Take everything apart, clean it, and put it back together. I'll even do the cymbals. I have two sets of cymbals that I use. Pisces, and I've got a set of Sabians that I use for video practicing. If I ever play live, I use the Sabians just because they're good live cymbals. And definitely for any studio work in the Sumthins, I use Pisces. We're going to take this drum apart here first. This is the 13-inch rack tom. It's got the hardware. You can see it's got some smudge on it there. First, we're going to take the heads off, and we're going to take it down to just this. Yeah, we're taking these off too. So yeah, everything's coming off, and we're going to clean it. I've got some drum cleaner, and we're going to do the cymbals as well. So hope you can ride along with us here. This is the shell right now with the heads taken off. The hardware is still mounted on, as you can see. That'll be our next project, taking the hardware off here. So let's get to it. I just rely on this screwdriver here, this orange one. I like it because it's got the Phillips bit on one end and it's got a flat head on the other. If that's too small, it's got a bigger set on the other end. So I think that's really convenient. Whenever you're taking the drum apart, whenever you're taking little screws like this off, it's a good place to, you need some place to store them. So I went on Amazon and bought these little containers. Come in a little suitcase like this, and it keeps it really neat. You can keep all the like pieces in one bin and then switch to a different bin, or if you have some longer screws, you can get the double bins. But I keep, as you can see, I have some hardware in here now, some lugs in there right now. But yeah, let's get to taking these screws off. On the ocean. So here's the shell now that we have all the hardware off. You see all these holes in here. So we're gonna have to clean inside the shell too. We're gonna have to get rid of some of these, here's some burrs hanging off, but I'll show you how I do that. And then we're gonna give the wrap a finish. What I talked about before, briefly, I kind of mentioned it, is these things right here, these little wood shavings, I just kind of push them through like that. Makes it look a little cleaner to me. Because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wipe this down. So I go around and I push all the extra stuff, just make it a nice clean hole. Don't use too big of a bit, or you're going to make the hole bigger, and then you're going to have a different problem. So I'm going to go around and do all these real quick, and then I'm going to wet a rag, a paper towel, whatever you want to use, and I'm going to wipe this down with just some water. So let's get to it. What I just did was I just went into the bathroom and ran this under some water and squeezed out the excess. You just want it barely damp like this. We're just going to wipe down the wood, the inside here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Tell me what you see. So if you wanted, you could skip that step. I'm just kind of a OCD, and when I break down my drums to this level with no lugs and anything on it, I typically go around the wood like that, the bearing edges, just with the damp cloth like that. Basically what that's doing for me is ensuring there's no loose shavings that are going to fall off and land on either of my heads here. You don't want it to change the color of the wood. You just want it to kind of make sure there's nothing loose. No loose dirt, no loose grime, nothing. So, and next we're going to get to the outside here. A couple weeks ago I was watching a DW documentary on YouTube. Apparently you can hear the tone, the pitch of the wood, the natural pitch, which is one of the ways you can tune a drum is by finding what pitch it resonates at. So that would be your tone to go to, wherever this one's tuned up to once you get all your heads on. Well, I just stick to the good old-fashioned way of tuning, which I'll kind of show you. It's a modified way, but that'll be another video. That's another video.
That's another show.
Anyway, we're gonna clean the outside now. This is good old-fashioned all-purpose drum detailer. I use it for the outside wrap here, and this came with it actually. You can buy this and the cymbal cleaner in a pack. Actually, I bought it at Guitar Center. Obviously not now. Don't report me.
Beat him to a pulp!
But anyway, we're gonna get to this. We're gonna shine this up and make it all polishy. So let's get to it.
And I will set you free.
So there you go. Here's the finished product. There's some scratches and stuff, but this was a used kit when I bought it. So I got all the fingerprints and stuff pretty much off except for the ones I'm putting on it now. But it looks nice. It looks a lot cleaner. You can see the reflection in that light up there. Well, yeah. So basically that's it. And then we're going to put all the hardware back on. And we wait for the heads then. So there you go. All right. So when I say use a rag or a rug or a surface you don't care about a lot, I mean it. This is going to get a little messy.
Best bring your bid, because it's going to get messy.
You can't say I didn't warn you now. So you put your cymbal right in the middle. And we're going to be using this, which came in the pack with the drum detailer. It's the cymbal cleaner. So basically what you do with this is you put it on directly under the rag, or you can put it right under the cymbal. I put it under the cymbal because, again, it doesn't bother me that I'm going right under the cymbal. We're going to work it into a nice lather. Kind of like if you're, I don't want to compare it to washing your hands, but like kind of like in a circular motion. Go light on the logos, because if you push too hard, you're going to push the logo right off. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to do it on the top side, flip it over, do it on the underside as well. You don't have to go as heavy on the underside because I don't really touch it. I just touch the outsides pretty much. But up here, it's got a lot of stick contact, especially around the bell. I hit the bell a lot, not on purpose. I just like the bell. Shake it always before you use it, and don't give this to your child. So let's get down to it.
You don't have to love me because I love you.
So there's kind of the finished. I usually put it back in the cymbal bag and let it sit before I actually start pounding at it. But technically you could just start pounding away on it right away. I'm going to do this with the rest of my cymbals. I don't think you need to see all of that. Got a 20-inch. This is a 20-inch ride. I've got an 18-inch crash, 16-inch crash, 14-inch hats. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do the same thing with the toms as well. I'm going to break all of those down and get ready for the heads to ship in. But that's pretty much the gist of what I do when I do my full drum maintenance. You know, take everything down, clean it, get down to the core. Because a lot of times there'll be stick marks on here, and that polish takes it right off. It makes it look really sleek, makes it look really nice, and it makes you feel good inside. So I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the rest of the kit. I might post it on my Instagram, and then I'll be waiting for the heads, and that'll be part 2, is putting the heads back on and tuning. Will be part 2. Hope to see you soon, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, it's Brandon here. I figured I'd say goodbye in person to you instead of just giving you the thumbs up through the camera. So anyway, I'm going to finish taking the kit apart, like I said, and I'll post it on the Instagram. I'll post it on my story, Brandon Schlegel. But anyway, we got a lot of content coming out this week, so definitely stay updated. Yeah, keep checking the YouTube page and our Facebook page. We might have some new music coming out soon. I got lazy, so I leaned against the wall here. But I'm in the drum studio here at Sumthins recording. It's been really quiet lately. Everything's on hold, studio-wise. Figured it's perfect time to make some content and get some stuff out there, show you how I do it. If you agree with it, yeah, leave a comment. If you disagree with it, leave a comment. Tell me how you do it. I just kind of set up the kit to make it feel comfortable for what I'm playing. I'll try to do more like these, you know, some drum vlogs and such. I'll do a tracking one maybe soon. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'll show you what I do for the toms. Kind of set them aside here. So as you can see, I just put the lugs in the little basket that it's in, and that's the mounting system. But it's just kind of set over here, set aside, and I'll do that with the 16-inch and the kick drum as well. And then it'll just be waiting for the heads, and I'm gonna do that with the rest of the cymbals that are in here, in the cymbal bag here. But thank you guys really for tuning in and watching this whole video. I really appreciate it, and I really hope to see you guys in part 2, which is probably a little more important tuning, depending on your style of music, whether it's rock or I try to tune my kit to a nice rock standard, so that way I can, you know, whether it's metal or rock or whatever. Jazz is a completely different tuning. I don't really mess with jazz, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in part 2. Till then, peace out.